Dear student, in today's lecture we start new article surface tension. Now this surface tension is related to day-to-day life. In many examples you can see a surface tension. So we can recall some examples. You must have blown soap bubble in your childhood. What is their shape? You can see here a picture in that soap bubbles are there. You can see the shape of the soap bubbles. It is spherical. The reason is the surface tension. Why does a greased razor blade float on surface of water? So razor blade, it float on surface of water. You can see in this picture. The reason is surface tension. You know that the object having a more density as compared to the water sink down. But here this razor blade float on the surface of water. It is because of surface tension. Now third example. Why can water spider walk comfortably on surface of still water? You can see a picture. So this is the water spider. Easily walk on the surface of still water. Still means shant. It is because of the surface tension. Next one is, why are free liquid drops and bubbles always spherical in shape? You can see here, this is soap bubbles. They are in spherical in shape. As well as we can consider liquid drop. You can see here, this is a liquid drop in a picture. The shape you can observe here, it is spherical in shape. The reason is surface tension. So these are the few examples which we recall. Behind that surface tension is there. Some more example we can consider, we can see related to the surface tension. The example is, a painting brush. When we dip the painting brush in a water, the hairs are spread. When we taken out from the water, you can observe a pointed tip of the hair. The reason is the surface tension. We use detergent powder to clean the cloth. Reason is surface tension. Sometimes we use hot water to clean the cloth. Reason is surface tension. Hot tomato soup is tastier than the cold one. The reason is surface tension. Means behind many day-to-day life activity, the reason is surface tension. So let me learn what exactly mean by the surface tension. So before learning this surface tension, we have to cover some basic concept which help us while learning this article surface tension. And the first basic concept is molecular forces. So the name suggests molecular forces. The force between the molecules is the molecular forces. The force of attraction or repulsion between the molecules is called intermolecular forces or molecular forces. Basically, these molecular forces are two types. The first one is cohesive force. And cohesive force means force of attraction between the molecules of same substance. If the substance is same, then that is called as cohesive force. Example is the attraction force between two water molecules is a cohesive force. Means between the molecules of same substance. Example is force acting between two molecules of water. Second type of the force is molecular force is adhesive force. Now here cohesive is between the molecules of same substance, and this adhesive is instead of same, it is a different substance. The force of attraction between the molecules of two different substances. So between two different substances is called adhesive force. Example you can see here, force between molecules of water and glass. You know that when we taken water in a glass and throw water thrown out of the glass, then also some water particles stick to the inner portion of the glass. The reason is adhesive force. Why water particles stick to the glass? Because of attraction force between the water molecule and the molecules of glass. Now the next concept is a range of molecular forces. So this molecular force we learn. Now range of molecular force means it may be related to cohesive, adhesive. So basically it is a maximum distance from the molecule up to which the molecular force is effective is called as range of molecular force. Range means it's a distance up to which this force is effective. Intermolecular forces are effective up to a distance of order of few nanometer. If we're talking about the range of this molecular force, it is approximately 10 raised to minus 9 meter or 10 raised to minus 8 meter, near about. And the next concept is sphere of influence. Sphere, everybody know what is sphere of influence. So it is imaginary sphere with molecule as its center and radius equal to molecular range is called the sphere of influence. It's an imaginary sphere that you remember. No such sphere exists. Why we are considering this sphere of influence? To explain some phenomena related to the surface tension, we have to consider sphere of influence. So imaginary sphere we are considering to explain these phenomena. Now next is surface film. What is surface film? The surface layer of liquid with thickness equal to range of molecular force is called surface film. It's a layer of liquid whose thickness is equal to the range of molecular force is called surface film. Next one is free surface of liquid. So it is a surface of liquid which does not experiences any shear stress. Means in another word we can say that free surface means surface in contact with air. So when we are talking about a liquid, then surface in contact with air is called as free surface. For example, the interface between liquid water and interface between liquid water and the air. Now next, we have to explain surface tension on the basis of molecular theory. Now in this we have to explain what is surface tension. Okay. For that purpose, we consider a liquid having three molecules A, B, C, three molecules, and we have to consider their sphere of influence. See here a diagram in that three molecules are shown. So this is molecule A, this is molecule B, and this is molecule C. Three molecules are there, and we have to discuss forces acting on these three molecules. Now if you see the position of these three molecules, molecule A is well inside the liquid. So this is the molecule A. The sphere of influence is also well inside the liquid. This molecule B is close to the surface. Molecule B is close to the surface. Therefore, some part of its sphere of influence is outside the liquid. And molecule C, if you see this molecule C very carefully, it is on the surface. Therefore, half of sphere of influence of the molecule C is outside the liquid. Now I am considering here above the surface of this liquid, air exists. The medium is air. Okay? So on this molecule A, only the force is exerted by similar type of the molecule because it is surrounded by liquid only. Okay? On molecule B, so here in this sphere of influence, some portion of the sphere of influence is outside, and in that portion, air is there. So different molecules means air molecule also experiences some force on B, and that force is adhesive force. On molecule A, only cohesive force means due to same molecules. On molecule C, is some force due to this different molecules means molecules of air. So this is the adhesive force. But this adhesive force due to the air molecules on molecule C as well as on molecule B is very, very negligible. Okay? That you note. Now we discuss about the force acting on this molecule A. So this molecule A is surrounded by liquid molecules. So it is pulled equally from all sides. So in this direction, the molecule A is pulled, as well as in this direction also it is pulled. So it is pulled in upward direction, it is pulled in downward direction, toward this side as well as toward this side. So equally pulled from all sides. So therefore, the molecule is not moving anywhere. Or in another word, we can say that resultant force acting on molecule A is zero. The resultant force acting on molecule A is zero because it is not moving. So it is balanced force, it is in equilibrium. So resultant force acting on molecule A is zero. Now we talk about molecule B. So molecule B present near the surface. Some portion is outside the liquid. So the adhesive force due to these air molecules on the molecule B is very, very negligible as compared to the downward cohesive force. On this molecule B, a cohesive force is acting due to these liquid molecules, and it is in downward direction. So it is in downward direction. Similar manner, we discuss about the force acting on molecule C. Half portion of molecule C is outside the liquid. Therefore, the adhesive force due to these air molecules on molecule C is negligible as compared to downward cohesive force. Means if we see this molecule on the surface, means molecule C, as well as molecule close to surface, that is molecule B, the force is acting which is in the downward direction. It means that the molecule C as well as molecule B try to go inside the liquid. Try to go inside the liquid. Therefore, this liquid try to acquire minimum surface area. And this tendency of liquid to acquire minimum surface area is called as surface tension. So liquid is behave like a stretch elastic membrane. So this tendency of liquid to acquire minimum surface area is surface tension. So it means that if liquid is acquiring minimum surface area, means it has a more surface tension. I hope you understood surface tension. This surface tension we explained by using this molecular theory. Simple conclusion you remember here. When we are talking about two liquids, when we spread equal amount of liquid on floor and one liquid spread very easily and another liquid acquire minimum area, then the liquid which acquire minimum area having a more surface tension, and the liquid which spread very easily having a less surface tension. Now, by pausing this video, you can note down these notes also. Now, next, so surface tension. Now, in the previous article, we explained surface tension, but we explained by using molecular theory. Now, again, the surface tension means what? So, for that, we consider this diagram. You can see here, so this is a free surface. Okay? And if we draw this imaginary line to this free surface, so this is the imaginary line. Okay? Then force per unit length is called as surface tension. Force per unit length is called as surface tension. Here, you remember one thing. The tangential force per unit length acting right angle to either side of imaginary line drawn in free surface of liquid is called the surface tension. Pay attention here. So this is the tangential force. So here, so this is force. And if you see this force, so here it make 90-degree angle with this line. Take it. So here it is right angle. So this force is right angle to the imaginary line. So this is the free surface of the liquid, and if you draw an imaginary line to the free surface of liquid, then this force due to surface tension is acting right angle to this imaginary line, and this force per unit length is the surface tension. Now, simple example I will tell you here. Now, if we consider this is a soap film, if it is a ring, basically when we dip the ring in a soap solution and taken out, then we get soap film, circular soap film. And if we try to cut this soap film like this, then it contract. Then this surface moves to this side, as well as this surface moves to this side. Okay? So this is the direction of the force due to the surface tension. This is the direction of the force due to the surface tension. And if you see this force, this is a perpendicular to the imaginary line. So this force per unit length is surface tension. So the formula of the force surface tension is coming F by L. You can see this formula. Surface tension is F by L. Now you can write the unit for surface tension. Unit of force is Newton, unit of length is meter. So Newton per meter is the unit. Dimension we can find out. So dimension is L0, M1, T minus 2. Now next article is surface energy. So what is surface energy? When a molecule is taken from inside to the surface layer, some work is done. Pay attention when we are considering a beaker. In a previous article, molecular theory, we consider some molecules. So when we are taking molecule from inside to the surface layer, inside to upper layer, some work is done against the resultant force. Because you know that against the resultant force means, you know that on the uppermost layer, whatever the molecule present, they experience a downward force. Against that force, we are bringing this molecule in upward direction. So some work is done, and this work done stored in the form of potential energy. in the surface of liquid, and the potential energy under isothermal condition is called as surface energy, and that potential energy is called as surface energy. Now next is relation between surface tension and surface energy. So relation we have to obtain. So what is the relation? So it's a small derivation which is already asked many times in board exam. So important article. So we consider a rectangular soap film PQRS. You can see in a diagram PQRS. So this is a rectangular soap film PQRS, whose side QR, you note this side QR is free to move. So this side QR, we can move it to new position Q dash R dash or another position. So means this is free to move. Okay, as well as it is moved towards this side PS due to the force due to surface tension. Okay. Force due to surface tension on site when we consider this soft film PQRS, then due to surface tension this QR experiences a force due to surface tension in this direction, and this force due to surface tension is given by the formula F is equal to 2TL. So here we use a formula of surface tension, T is equal to F by L. By that F is equal to TL. But why 2TL? Because this liquid means this soft film having two free surfaces. If you see this soft film, so it's two surfaces, means this surface as well as next surface. Both the surfaces are in contact with air. So this soft film having two free surfaces, so 2 is coming here. So factor 2 due to soft film has two free surfaces. Now we displace this QR to new position Q dash R dash with distance dx. With distance dx. Then, so here listen. So this distance is dx. Okay. Then work done is given by formula force into displacement. So this is the force. We substitute here instead of F. We get formula dW is equal to 2TL into this dx as it is. Now T I am taken outside 2L dx. L is this side, L, and this dx. So L into dx gives us this area. Area means Q, Q dash, R dash, R. So this increased area is 2L dx. So 2L dx is increase in area. But why 2? Because this side as well as to another side, both the side area is increased. So 2L dx is the increase in area. We use symbol dA for increase in area. So we get formula dW. We get formula dW is equal to T into dA. So that dA we shift to this side. So we get dW by dA is equal to T. So T is equal to this dW by dA. And this is the relationship between surface tension and surface energy. So this dW is the potential energy. This work done is equivalent to the potential energy. And that potential energy is called as surface energy. And dA means this dW by dA is the surface energy per unit area. So we can write here surface tension T is equal to dW by dA means surface energy per unit area. dW by dA is surface energy per unit area, and this is the relationship between surface tension and surface energy per unit area. Now next article is angle of contact. Now what is angle of contact? That we have to learn. Basically, to know what is angle of contact, we consider three examples. So this is the water. So in this case, angle of contact is 0. So this is kerosene. So here angle of contact is less than 90 degrees. So this angle. Another example is mercury. Here angle of contact is greater than 90. So this angle, you can see here this angle is greater than 90. Means here angle of contact 0. So here it is acute and here it is obtuse. Now let I explain what is angle of contact. Now here the angle of contact is the angle between this solid surface and this line. Between these two is the angle of contact. Now let I draw this picture more clear. So this is the beaker. In that beaker, a kerosene is there. When we see the kerosene surface, we get this type of surface. So this is the point of contact. Now this is solid surface. Okay, this is solid surface. And if you draw tangent to this curved surface from the point of contact, this is a tangent. Then this angle is the angle of contact. So angle of contact is angle between two things, this solid surface and this tangent. Tangent drawn to the curved surface of the liquid. But this tangent drawn at the point of contact, and this is the point of contact. And this angle measured from the side of this liquid. Okay? So this angle is angle of contact. Now I consider the example of this mercury. So this is a beaker. So when we consider the mercury in a beaker, we get this type of picture. So this is mercury. Now, just we discuss the angle of contact means angle between the solid surface. So you can see here this is solid surface. So this is solid surface that I show by this blue color. And tangent draw to this curved surface at the point of contact. So this is the point of contact you can see here. And from that point of contact, let I draw the tangent. If I draw a tangent from this point of contact, let I change the color. So this is a tangent. So this angle, and it is angle measured from the side of liquid. So this angle is angle of contact. So between this solid surface and tangent, and measure from the side of liquid, not this one. Huh? So this angle is angle of contact. So let's see the definition of angle of contact here. You can see a definition. So when liquid is in contact with solid, angle between surface of solid and tangent drawn to the free surface at point of contact. You can see here this point of contact, and measured inside the liquid is called as angle of contact. Now we have to see characteristics of angle of contact. So first characteristic, angle of contact is constant for given solid liquid pair. It is constant for given solid liquid pair. So this is the first characteristic. Second characteristic, angle of contact depends on nature of liquid and solid in contact. Nature of liquid and solid in contact. Next one, for the pair of solid and liquid in which weight the solid partially, the angle of contact is acute. For example, kerosene. Now you remember one thing here, when we dip anything in kerosene, kerosene partially weight that solid. So therefore, the angle of contact for such liquid which partially weight the solid is acute, is less than 90 degrees. Now next one, for pair of solid which in which liquid not do not weight the solid, angle of contact is obtuse. So example is mercury. You know that when we dip anything in mercury and taken out, it is dry. As mercury is liquid, then also mercury does not weight anything. So for mercury, the angle of contact is obtuse. Next one, even small contamination also affect the angle of contact with the large amount. Angle of contact changes with temperature as well as with impurity. Angle of contact depends on temperature as well as impurity. Today we stop here. In next lecture, we continue this chapter.